welcome back to The Bachelorette Season 14. And now we're on episode 3. We are flying through these episodes. It's already been 3 episodes. It's crazy. Well, let me just start by saying this episode was, it was pretty boring, honestly. It was the most boring episode thus far. Hopefully this episode isn't any kind of indication of what we're looking forward to this summer. Jordan always saves the day with his personality, man. I don't get it, but it's pretty entertaining, I'll tell you that. So yeah, let's just get into it. And now we are back in our Bachelor Corner. I bet you missed it last week. I sure did. Okay, episode 3. Let's get into this stupid stuff. Okay, David starts the episode off obsessing over Jordan, like always.
David, he's walking around cooking scrambled eggs all day.
All day? Now that's a lot of eggs. So we found out we're gonna have 3 dates this episode, 2 group dates and 1 one-on-one date.
Wills. Okay.
We go see Becca and she gives us this little, this speech. It's very interesting. Listen to it.
I'm happy to just really start moving some of these relationships forward.
Notice she says that. Okay, this is like some kind of like crazy metaphor that I caught. I don't know if anyone else caught, but like, look at this. I'm ready to start moving these relationships forward as she's picking up plates and moving them sideways. That this could mean many things. It might just be like, oh, I'm picking up the plates and moving them just like I'm ready to move, you know, these relationships. And or it could be she's saying she's ready to move forward with these relationships, but her body is moving things sideways, meaning what she's saying isn't correlating with what she's actually thinking. You see, obviously she's moving them sideways, and she says moving these relationships forward. This means that she's actually not wanting to move these relationships forward. You can tell with her body language that she's moving it sideways. So like obviously, yeah, so that's something I caught. I think that's what it actually is. So yeah, just a little Easter egg in there for you. So there's a knock on the door and all her ladies come in and hang out. Whoopee. There's the stupid awkward moment that Tia's there and Colton's there, and it's just like a big ordeal when it's like literally whatever. But now we are having a spa day and the guys are gonna pamper the girls. Whoopee.
Jason.
Jason? Oh my god, Colton, Jason.
Okay, yeah, I would have walked out immediately. I would have been done. You forgot my name, that means you don't care about me. Obviously, I'm not a front runner. I'm leaving right now.
All of you guys better have your nails painted by the next rose ceremony. That's all I have to say.
What kind of guy is she into? So now, apparently, there's this big ordeal with Jordan and Tinder. So apparently he tells the guys that he has over 4,000 matches. Apparently he got a notification one day that says he had gotten over 4,000 matches in the year of 2017. Congratulations. That's a lot of swiping. A lot of swiping. He must pay for extra swipes. So David, of course, being that he is in love with Jordan and can't stop talking about him and to him about him, he just has to bring it up to everyone, including Becca.
I've totally moved into David's head. I should be paying rent to that guy. You know, my feet are rested up on his porch.
That guy has an agenda.
What's up?
I feel like he has an agenda just against me, and I refuse to answer questions, not because I didn't comprehend what he said, because I don't have to validate myself to him. If I answer my competitors' questions, then I'm taking him seriously.
Got it.
Apparently they're competitors. Okay. At this point he's talking about how he has 100% match rate, pretty much, basically. Basically everyone that he swipes right on has also swiped right on him. I don't know, Tinder's dumb.
I feel bad for a man that's never gotten 100% on anything in his life.
So, David ended up telling Becca, and that gave us this beautiful moment right here.
Hey Jordan.
What's up?
4,000 matches?
Oh, that's not...
High five, bud. That's a good streak.
I'm not high...
Come on.
Really? Okay, yeah, thanks. Good for you, David. That's a bitch move. You're a bitch.
Oh my gosh, Jordan is great TV. honestly, this season would suffer without the likes of Jordan.
Because guess what? That's kind of gonna make me desirable. And women like something that's worth catching.
Jordan tries to say that him getting so many matches makes Becca want him more. That logic, I don't get it, but okay.
I'm a golden retriever. And so, like...
This entire altercation is the best part of the episode. It's like pretty much the only part of the episode that exists in my mind. So we're just gonna keep watching clips from it because it's just really good.
It's been a pleasure. No matter what, it's been a pleasure.
I mean, I think we came here and said, you know, look...
David, you're living in a world of fiction in your own head. Your perception is your reality, and your reality is not the same reality as mine.
I think, yeah...
So I think you need to chill out, have a drink, and stop talking to me. Thank you, David. Thank you for showering me with attention. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I want.
It's gonna boost...
Guess what? Attached to me is professionality. It's my face. It's in everything I do. It's the way I walk. It's the way I talk, okay? So if you want to try to wreck my image, you'll never succeed. You know why? Because my image is me.
That was awesome.
Okay, Jason and Will's during that entire thing is me. Gosh, to be in that room. Oh, I would have loved to be in that room for that entire conversation. Oh man, what a show. Okay, now it's time for Chris's one-on-one date. This is like it's a really boring date. I didn't really pay attention to it much because it was boring. I mean, Richard Marx was there. That's cool. But Chris, he doesn't have like that great of a personality. He's just kind of there. I don't understand why they chose him for a one-on-one so early. It kind of, I didn't get it. But they had a really boring date that ended with Richard Marx singing, which that was cool. But that's the only thing good about this date was Richard Marx. The rest, boring, dull, waste of my time. So we end up seeing David is the one that gets taken away on the stretcher, and it takes them like 12 years to finally say what happened to him. There are all these clips. They take him out, and everyone is like, oh my goodness. And then they show clips of Jordan in like this room all alone to kind of make us think, oh my gosh, Jordan, he hit David, when obviously that didn't happen. Like, we would have heard about that a long time ago. If someone punched somebody in the face, it had to get sent to the ER. Like, obviously that didn't happen, so that was stupid. And then finally, it builds up to this moment where Chris Harrison finally tells Becca what happened, while also telling us what happened, because we still don't know after like, what, like 10 minutes of this crap?
He fell out of bed and landed on his face.
Oh my God.
There's all this suspense. Like, oh my gosh. It looked like he was dying. There was blood all over the ground. Oh, it was awful. And Becca's like, who did that? And then it's like, he fell out of bed. And he fell onto his face. They're just trying to create drama now. We have Jordan coming in clutch.
David proofed the beds. Chickens can't fly, and I think that we learned that last night.
This is true. I'm so glad David proofed the beds, but who gave him a drill? He's not a carpenter, he's a model. He's delicate, he's dainty. Now we're on to our second group date where they play football. They're all about their celebrity guests. Mr. Keon Johnson, is that his name? I actually don't know, and I probably said that wrong. And if I did, sorry, not sorry that I offended you guys. But that might be his name. May or may not be his name. I wrote it down whenever they said it, but I don't know if I spelled it right. It was yesterday when I watched it, so I don't even know if it's correct. Check this out from Leo.
Mike, I mean, I was glancing at him at the mansion. He looked like a lovely blonde woman walking around. I caught myself checking him out. I was like, oh, it's just Mike.
Okay, a few things from this. He's the only other person in the mansion to have long hair like Leo. I think this, I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy or like, I don't know. I think Leo just really wanted to be the only person with long hair, but it didn't happen. And I also you see how he was like talking about he thought he was a woman? He thought Mike was a woman and he was checking him out? Hold up. Aren't you supposed to be here for Becca and Becca only? Yeah. So now Leo looks like a sleazeball because of some funny comment he tries to make. But, obviously you're not there for the right reasons. Right reasons, am I right? Am I right? Yeah, okay. They're playing football and, correct me if I'm wrong. Look at this. Okay, so Clay has the ball. He's the quarterback, whatever. And they don't even try to tackle him. Look at number 88. He runs up to him and stops. He pauses as if he's playing basketball and he can't let him pass him. You're supposed to tackle him. Why does he not tackle him?
Clay waiting for somebody, puts it up.
He literally he got to him and then he just stood there and waited. It's like, oh, can't get around me. It's football, it's not basketball. What the heck? Run. Jeez, idiots. And then we have, when I saw this picture, so Garrett is in the locker room just talking, and when I first saw this, I was like, hold up. Are those his nipples? Look at that at the bottom of the picture. I was like, no way, because that's way too low to be his nipples. It's way too low. That doesn't make any sense, but like I had to screenshot it. And like finally, when I screenshot it, I looked at the picture closer and they're his hands just folded up. But I can't tell you, I had to go back a couple times and look and see if those were his nipples like 6 inches lower than they should be. I thought his nipples were just resting under the... I'm so sorry. Oh, that was really funny though. That was a really good time. Okay, so Clay ended up hurting his hand, his wrist, which, you know, he's an NFL player. He can't be hurting his wrist on a Bachelor show, you know? Like, that's not good. He has a career. And this is just gonna ruin his career. So Becca ends up giving him the group date rose, which, yeah, this always happens. The person who gets hurt always somehow like impresses them the most, and they get the group date rose just magically. Not because they got hurt, but because they were somehow the ones that impressed them the most. Crazy, huh? Crazy how that happens. But Clay. So Clay is going to have to leave to have surgery on his wrist. So this is going to stop him from being a contender. Is that the word? From being a contestant on The Bachelorette. He has to leave. You know, it's just wrist surgery. I've had it. It's no big deal. But when friggin' Mikhail went home for a weekend to a funeral and she got to come back, how come he can't go have surgery then come back? It's like he's really saying, my wrist is more important than my future wife, Becca. So obviously he's not there for her. So Clay leaves. And with that, Clay is in 18th place. He is our sole loser of the week because we didn't have a rose ceremony, and that was pretty heartbreaking to me. I'm really enjoying my rose ceremonies. This whole episode was kind of bizarre because it's looking like all the focus is on the guys. Becca is just kind of like an afterthought. Like she's just like in the background. It never really focuses on her ever. It's just the drama with the guys. Is it always like that? Like, have I just not noticed? Or is it never like that? I don't know. I don't know. It just looks like Becca isn't the center of attention. Like, you know, she's the Bachelorette. She's supposed to be the center of attention. But they're just focusing on all the guys only. Like, Becca was in this episode less than Jordan was probably, honestly. Okay, so that was episode 3 of The Bachelorette season 14. Sorry it was a little late. I went to a Shania Twain concert on Tuesday, so I couldn't film this. And that is just the weirdest thing that I could possibly say. Who knew I would ever be saying that? Because I'm not a country music fan. But it happened. And now I can't stop listening to Shania Twain. So there's that. Yep, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, then okay. And I will see you next week with another video. And eventually, when I get around to editing it, I will also see you in a video that I filmed while I was in New Mexico. A nice little vlog-ish thing. I'll post that soon as I can find the time to edit it and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you for commenting and all your support and everything that you give me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And it would mean a lot to me. We are at what, 861 since I last looked. And I need 1,000 to start making money. I'll only be making like 2 cents a video, but like, it's a start. So come on guys, please subscribe. I would really appreciate ya. Okay, well thank you and goodbye.